Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. I don't know why I turned it around. It doesn't seem to matter. There you go. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Okay. I have this weird circus feel, like when they do that. Like starting the next act or something like that. Are we starting the next act, Aries? What's going on? Like on to the next show. One of those things is what I'm kind of feeling. New decisions to be made. Okay. We got a bunch going on here. Why are you blocked right in the beginning? That's weird. You have good cards, but I'm feeling this block. Like, Harvest and Healing is kind of like something ended. Like, you don't have the Death card over here, but it feels like something, like it's a past ending that's weighing on you. The way something ended, it's kind of like you didn't get out of the situation what you really wanted to get out of the situation, and you're kind of looking back like, I don't really know what to make of it. It's one of those things. Kind of like a situation ended. It ran its course, so it was going to end, and you're feeling better that it's gone, but you're just like, I don't know. It's almost like now that it's gone, you realize it needed to be gone. And it was good while it was good, but when it ended, it needed to end. It ran its course. But there's this weird Two of Swords energy, kind of like, do I have to repeat that? Like, do I have to repeat that? And it's almost feeling like these situations happen. These people come into your life. And it's not like you're setting this up for it to end. Like, you're not looking for a shelf life with these situations, but it seems like at some point you realize, like, this is almost over. It's kind of like I ran through a cycle again, and what's the deal? How did I end up in this cycle again? Whatever the situation is from the past, you're looked at in a positive light. And it's kind of like, however it ended, the other person let it go. Even if there's other people involved. Somebody else let it go, and it was done. Currently, I don't feel like there's any problems. Like, I don't feel any anger. I don't feel anything negative from it currently. For most of you, anyway. They seem to look back at the situation like there was good times, and then when it had to end, it had to end. Especially with that Ten of Cups energy. But what's the other card with it? Psychic Protection. Like, they just don't feel like this was something that needed to be rehashed. They're just kind of accepting it what it was is what it was, and it moved on. So there's no negative energy here, which is, I don't know how you feel about that, but it's weird how this kind of fades away. I feel like it bothers you more. Kind of like, it's just like, why did we even bother doing it? I feel like you might have that, one of those energies, one of those attitudes about it. Kind of like, if I knew it wasn't going to last, I don't know if I would even bothered with it. One of those energies. You know what I mean? Like, why did I even do that? Like, why did we even bother with it? They seem to look at it differently. They seem to look at the memories they created with you were good for the time, but, it passed its prime, and when it was time to move on, it moved on. They don't look at you negatively. I feel like you might be feeling otherwise. I don't see them looking at you negatively, though. Now, True Love and the Princess of Cups. She pops out a lot in this deck, I swear. You're going towards something else. And I feel like when you're going towards something else, it's another situation. It could be romantic. For a lot of you, I feel like it's a job thing. But you're going towards something you really like, and you're kind of like, all right, there's new things to learn here. There's new excitement. There's new possibilities. What's really drawing you in is like it looks really good, but you don't know everything going on there. And that's what's exciting. Like, it looks good from here, but what else is there? What else can I unearth that it's going to be a good time? And you're very attracted to a situation. It's very seductive. Again, it could be a romantic thing, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's work. Something looks really good to you. It's like very conducive. It's very inviting. It's pulling you in. It looks really good. Starts right off with success for you. You do really well with this situation right off the bat. You're running at full pace here. You got the Chariot. You're successful. You're going full board. The Chariot is a version of the success card, in my opinion, too. It's going well. See, this is going really well. Is there really anything bad here? I don't know. Let's keep going. I mean, is this just like one of those happy, happy, joy, joy readings? Like, let's keep going. Not that that's bad. Like, don't we all want those? I don't think this is bad. I know some people don't like the Queen of Swords. I like that card. I think it's a smart person. I feel like Aries goes very well with that energy. Because it's usually direct. It's usually to the point. Not always. It can be brutal, but I think Aries likes that. Like, I'd rather you tell me the truth to my face. I don't need the pomp and circumstance. Just tell me what's actually happening. That's what I want. I think Aries does well with that energy. Usually. Stereotypically. They like, whoever you're dealing with really likes that you can handle the direct comments. They seem to understand that if somebody jumps around the issue too much, you're not okay with that. That's not what you're into. If you have something to say, just flat out say it. Like, don't waste my time with all this bull. Don't give me all that bull. Just tell me the truth. There's something weird with this. This person does know, like, if they push your buttons, though, that they're gonna get they'll hear it. So, I don't know. They do like you. You got good cheer there. This is somebody that's direct. If they've decided they want to say something, I also feel that's what I think it's taking me a moment to really connect to that. If they don't want you to know something, they're not even going to come around to the subject. Because they're not going to dance around something and leave you wondering. Because they know that's the wrong thing to do with you. This is definitely a person, though. If they decided they don't want to talk about something with you, they will not even bring it up. And if it starts to come up, they will quickly redirect that conversation because they're like, I'm not interested in having that conversation here. You seem to be fine with them. You trust that even if they're not telling you something, it's not going to cause you damage. This isn't somebody who works against you. This is somebody who you feel is a friendly energy. And you know what? You also are in that. You're in that reality. You're in the reality of it in the sense of like, you know what? There's things I don't want to tell people, and if I don't want to tell people, I don't tell them things. Like, you're okay with it. You're just kind of like, they don't need to tell me everything. You seem to be on point with it. Like, just because I'm somebody's friend or whatever doesn't mean that I should just be able to call somebody's life up like a book and just turn to whatever page and get all the information that I feel I want. I wouldn't let somebody else do that to me. You're completely cool with it. You know that this person walks around, like doesn't walk around, but if this person doesn't want to talk about a subject, then they don't want to talk about a subject. And that's it. That's how it is. You seem okay with it. There's certain, as this keeps going forward, whatever's going on with this person, this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is. They might have a little bit of an off-base opinion about how you handle things. Because it's almost like they feel if they tell you something, then that's what it is. And I feel like they need to hash something out, but it's like they're not ready to really make a decision on it. This is a problem. I don't like this. This is where the problem is. This is where you might be heading for that same type of energy. Something about certain subjects don't come forward. This person is not telling you certain things. And I feel like you're like, okay, you don't want to tell me, then that's cool. You don't have to. But this seems to be creating a weird energy, like they start to feel disconnected from you, and they really need to talk about something. There's something they really need to talk about. And if this is like a relationship thing, like a lover, this is a problem. Because this is where they start holding things back, and they need to talk it out, but for some reason they're not feeling like this is the right thing to do. It's almost like they don't feel like they should bring a subject forward unless they know exactly where they stand. And whatever these subjects are, they don't know where they stand. They just need to kind of hash it out, and they're not ready to make a decision. It might be a couple months. They just need to hash it out for a couple months before they really know how they actually feel. And they're avoiding these conversations thinking that they can't do that for some reason. They might be avoiding some subjects, like they might think you're too rigid on certain things, but you probably aren't. But they're for some reason having that opinion. This is where this cycle. This is the problem. This is what causes this cycle. They're not talking about something, and they want to. That's the problem. That's really the problem, is what I'm getting. For those of you coming to this reading, it's realizing that somebody you're dealing with is not bringing up a subject. They might think you're more critical than you actually are. I don't think you're really that critical, but they might think you are. They might think you're overcritical and they won't bring up a subject. And this is where the problem starts. This is where the problem starts. They need to speak. They need to talk about what it is they need to talk about. I don't think you're as critical as they think you are. For some reason, they have this impression, for whatever reason. For whatever reason. This is what needs to be overcome. And I feel like it's just not like, I really feel Aries energy is like, well, if you don't want to talk about it, then we're not going to talk about it, so what? So it's hard, I feel like, to like push somebody to say something when you're like, well, if you don't want to say it, I don't want to make you say it. Like, I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to push you in the corner and, like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not me. But I'm getting, like, to overcome this problem, that's what needs to happen. You got to push this person to talk to you. It's going to take some effort to get them to talk to you, but you get some success out of that. Otherwise, that situation, you seem to go through this situation, it might be a pattern for you, if this is really hitting, where, you know, things hit their heyday and then they just kind of have their shelf life and they move on. This is your moment to keep this from having that shelf life. If you let it just go like you normally would, you're gonna go through the same situation you've been probably many times over. If you call it out and you push this forward and get the conversations going, and you're probably going to have to keep doing that for a while, you could move past that. So that's not a problem. If you, there's some heavy energy, because I'm not saying that's easy for you, because I really feel like if they don't want to talk, then they don't want to talk, so what? If you push them, though, this changes your outcome. Because it's going to take them a bit to get more strength. The more strength they have, the more they realize that they need to speak, that these little things cause big problems, the better it's going to be. You're going to get this, it says romance, but it doesn't have to be literal romance. Let's remember this is a general read. But it means you're going to get along with this person, you're going to get closer to this person. For some of you, it's friendships. Friendships where these friendships last for a while, then all of a sudden they dissipate and they go away. Because they're not telling you something. They're not able to express themselves. They don't feel like they can be their authentic selves. And that's what erodes it. If you want to avoid that same situation, that same ending, this is how you do it. If you decide that, you know what, it's going to go the way it goes and that's how it is, then that's your business. I feel like for those of you drawn to this, it was just like, here's your opportunity to make your own choice. What do you want? How do you want this to go? It's up to you. It's giving you the control, basically. This situation can get a lot better. If you get this person talking and telling you things that they're not, confidence will get a lot stronger. That romance card was there too. Yeah, I get that. Confidence will get a lot stronger. You're going to find out new things about this person that you never knew. And you're going to go into a whole new level with this person. This person's going to be like a forever friend or forever connection. If it's a lover, they're going to probably stick with you for the rest of your life. I don't know why I'm doing that face with it, but I'm like, that's what I feel like could come here. If it's a friend situation, this could be a forever friend. Because they will always be by your side. They will always back you up. They will always be there for you. Because once you hit this next level and they get that close to you, then they can trust you with these conversations they wouldn't normally have. That's a great value to them. You'll always have this person as an ally. Even if it's business, this is a person that will always be an ally once they get to that next level. The Two of Pentacles on your side, by the way, is more opportunities. I just feel like that's like, it's kind of like you have these two ships, right? Just what one do you want better? Which one's better for you? And this person, if it's a business thing especially, constantly bringing you these things and saying, do you want that one or that one? Cool. You take that one, I'll take this one. And then I feel like this keeps coming forward like that from this person. This is somebody who will look out for you. They'll look out for your best interest. But they also trust that you're going to do the same for them, so they have no problem doing that for you. And that's where that's going. All right. I'm going to shut that down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.